But if you close your eyes... Emotional.
Here's why everybody's dating life sucks, and here's exactly how you're going to fix it. Dating is completely broken nowadays because of social media and because of dating apps. I've said this 100 times, and here's exactly why it is. Meeting somebody on a dating app is much like starting a business relationship via cold call. You don't have any relationship with them, you don't know them, you didn't get referred, you have no reason to be talking other than you look pretty good. Social media makes it extremely easy for people to cheat, not be loyal, and weigh their options because they think they've got so many people waiting in the background. And guess what? Both of these tools are tools used to attract or meet people, not tools used to understand how to form a healthy relationship or to help you understand that maybe you should limit your options to 1 or 2 options, especially early on, and after a few dates, stop weighing your options. If you want your dating life to suck less, you should start meeting more people in person and stop focusing so much on meeting people that don't even live anywhere near you or online.
Sorry, I'm a bitch. I just got broken up with.
Oh, what you do?
I guess I quote unquote cheated on her.
Did you cheat on him?
No.
Are you
It was a
lying?
miscommunication.
It was a miscommunication. But he don't put his trust in her again, I guess.
Are you sure? What was the situation?
I requested a call from somebody in jail. So I guess he didn't like that and he said I cheated on him. So.
Who would you request a call for?
My ex.
So why did you do that?
Because I wanted to. Simple as that.
Yeah, and that's why he broke up with your ex. You deserve that. Why the f are you calling your ex for? 30 thought whore, bitch.
And you know, men are looking, because a lot of modern women, they're excited, they are enthusiastic, and they're trying to create vibes. And what men are noticing and what's making them, and this is what, well, you know, the vibes were off. He doesn't really feel like he's romantic, felt like more like he was a friend. In some instances, that's a man being cautious and saying, is she really like this? Or is she just putting on? That would be a woman's form of love bombing. You'd be love bombing a man. Oh, I'm so into you. I'm so interested. When really you're not interested. You just, you know, trying to put your emotions out there and act like you're so excited to get him to pay for that expensive dinner.
I'm 53. And I just can't believe that I'm sitting here and it has been several years. I think it was over a year that I had a date, and then it's been several years since then. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired.
I fell off. Let me just say it. The truth is, dating in real life is hard, okay? It's not the meet cutes and promising connections at the end of every night like I hoped it would be. Most nights, it's feeling ridiculous and wondering if I'm wasting my time. After 16 days, a nasty winter, no tangible success, and I mean many more failed attempts that I never even talked about, I fell off. I took a break, but I'm not calling it quits. I'm taking the lessons I've learned along the way, and hopefully I can make something shake these last 5 days of dating in real life. I've tried all the cute stuff, but I'm getting serious now. My approach is go where I know the men will be in numbers. Tech events, car shows, STEM mixers, sporting events, and I may even be brave enough to flirt at the gym. Stick with me, send your best wishes, and as always, let me know where you think I should go next.
And what you're seeing from a lot of these men, the men that women are calling or hoping to be chivalrous, the very men that they're saying, oh, he's not chivalrous, he's not a good man, he's not a gentleman, you don't know what you're talking about, quite frankly. A lot of brothers still know how to, you know, be thoughtful, plan, and do all of these other things. It's just, you know, first of all, you're disrespectful. Second of all, you're not really putting out anything that would make that man want to really get to know you. There ain't nothing to get to know. You're acting like a loser.
She isn't pulling back or losing interest. She is testing to see how reactive you get to her absence, which means what she wants to know is, if I'm not right here texting you, or if I'm not right here beside you talking to you, do you get nervous that I'm never going to talk to you again? Do you get scared that the relationship is over? She wants to know if you're secure and okay all by yourself. So a lot of times she isn't pulling back or losing interest. She is testing to see how reactive you get to her absence. The key here is to show strength and not get reactive. And I'm going to explain why. And also what you have to understand is if you want to keep your relationship going and stable, you have to learn how to do this.
I can see now why men pull away emotionally, because it just happened to me today, and I got to see from a man's point of view what it's like to date a woman sometimes. This is no shade towards women in any way, because I'm a woman. I completely understand, and I'm sure I do this as well. But it was funny because I came home, me and my sister lived together, and as soon as I get in the house, she just starts bitching at me about things that she wished I was doing, like cleaning the cat's litter box, setting up certain appointments, whatever it was, around the house. And then all of a sudden I was thinking, like, no wonder I always just go to my room. Like, I don't want to be around you when as soon as they come into the door, you're just kind of nagging. What I was realizing is women do this all the time. We emotionally need to regulate. Like, there are certain times that you say, okay, if I want to actually get my partner to do something for me, because all that did is made me want to pull away and be like, you, I'm not going to do it. And I can understand why men never do what you want them to do. You're like, I've told you a million times to do this. I've told you to do this. And you're like, why can't I get him to do things? Because you're not saying it in the best way.
If you really just believe that men are valid in their experience and in their emotions, for example, when they say that they don't want to be bombarded the second that they walk in the door from work, believe them that that is a valid thing, that they should have some downtime the second that they walk in the door. Unfortunately, not all women get this, and they actually will either one, have to experience it themselves like this woman did, or two, they just will never get it. And they're going to be fighting this constant battle of pretending like what men want and their feelings are not valid, and that men are just always the ones in the wrong. And the truth is that the man of the last woman deserves better.
And a lot of these modern women, they say a lot of stuff that's demeaning. They talk about how men are shaming women, but a lot of these modern women out here shame men a lot. They say some off the wall stuff. They say some crazy stuff to disrespect a man. When a man says, okay, that's how it is, you have to understand when you say stuff like that, when you do stuff like that, a man, you're going to call him cold. You're going to say that he's emotionally unavailable. But really, part of that, or maybe even a good portion of that, was you talking trash. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Like Kevin Samuels always used to say. You two were worried about shaming him and insulting him. Now that man seemed cold and distant, and you're not looking at what you did that might have caused that.
If you cheated on him, never apologize.
Oh, well, this is starting out well.
I promise you, if you don't apologize and beg for her to stay, she will not leave. She will stay.
No, sorry, but any person with an ounce of self-respect will not stay with someone who is unfaithful to them in a relationship. And that goes for women as well as for men.
In fact, you cheating is attractive to her.
Excuse me, what? I think we're going to need some further explanation on that one in order for that to make any amount of sense.
Because it demonstrates you can it demonstrates that tomorrow you can replace her.
No. What this gentleman, and I use that term very loosely, is obviously very confused. The only thing that cheating does in a relationship is prove that the person who is the cheater is no longer trustworthy. Therefore, you shouldn't be in a relationship with them anymore. And it just demonstrates an overall lack of a person's character.
Okay, how would you respond to this, and who's right, me or her? Somebody on my timeline posted this. The guy said, "Hey, love." She said, "What up, though?" And he said, "What you on?" She immediately took offense. She posted it on social media and said, "Hey, how would you respond to this?" So I responded and said I would soften up. And I would be like, "My bad, babe. How are you?" Because in my experience, dudes don't like to be talked to like from chicks that they kicking it with. So most of the comments were like mine. And she said, look, most dudes who not from Detroit appreciate a chick who like, what up, though? It was friend zone vibes. Like, once you say, what up, though? Like, you kind of talking to him like, that's my, like, not, that's my man, my man, my man. Now, she goes on to say that she's never been denied access to a man because she said, what up, though? But that's not really what I meant. So I don't feel like he denied her access. I feel like he was like, what tip you on? I have very much so had a man be like, who you talking to? When I didn't talk to him like he one of my homeboys. Is it a problem for men if women speak to them like they the homie? Now tell me, who do you agree with? Do you agree with her that his response wasn't warranted, or do you agree with me that her response may have come across a little friend zony, you know, that's the homie vibey type deal?
And you know, y'all keep on thinking because a man is opted out of dating and just stopped dating, that the man is bitter, that the man just hates women, when it's really just a cost-benefit analysis. That's it. Am I getting what I put out? And if I have to look at myself and say, I need to do better, well, maybe I don't need to be dating at that point in time. So that's one way. But if I look at myself and I'm saying, okay, I've got a couple of places that I can improve, right? But, you know, I'm kind of still looking. But when I look out there and I see maybe 2 or 3 things that I have to take care of versus you thinking that you better than me, and you saying, well, you got 10 things to take care of and I have none. I have none to take care of. A man is going to look at that and be like, delusional. So she says, I have tons of things to take care of, but she has none. I'm self-aware. I know there's probably a handful of things that I could do better, but she's saying she ain't got nothing to improve on. She's not even standing there thinking about what she can improve on. It's time for me to go sit down somewhere.
Bro, am I tripping, or is 2026 is like a record-breaking amount of single motherfuckers? It's either that or I don't get out enough. I don't know what it is, but you rarely meet motherfuckers today that's in a happily long-standing relationship. Most of these motherfuckers single and just went through some or scared to go through some old so they still single. Bro, in the future we cook. The eras of big mamas is over. The eras of having a grandpa that know how to work on everything and fix it, that is over. Now your grandma is not gonna be able to teach you nothing in the future but how to balance Don Julio on top of your head, go out and get cracked. In the future, granddaddies and grandpas, they cook. They not gonna be able to teach you how to fix it. It's all backwards right now, and I don't know what to rewind because it ain't no hope. This is just getting worse out here. And I know 2026 people body counts is at an all-time high because you can't find, you study just accumulating bodies at this point. People nowadays, they literally tell you anything you want to hear just to get what they want out your ain't nothing real no more. So I feel like we just cooked at this point.
Do not get married. Do not get married. It's not worth it today. There's no reason for marriage anymore. Women will make you or women will break you. Thanks to Eve, we didn't conceive even one child in the Garden of Eden. Not even one child. Why? Because she ate from the forbidden fruit and she made Adam eat from the forbidden fruit. And the second that God saw them, he asked Adam, why did you listen to your woman? Listen to your woman, your life will be destroyed. A leader is a man, not a woman. And if she wants to lead, great, go be a lesbian.
A lot of women date guys who don't have as much as them because they can be lazy, they can mistreat a guy, they can do whatever they want to do, and they can be the person that they are because they know that guy won't go anywhere because he can't go anywhere, and they do underhanded things to keep this guy boxed in. They drain you so much with drama, they drain you so much with gaslighting and nitpicking so that you don't even have the energy to get anywhere else financially. You understand what I'm saying? And then also women, you know, a lot of the times the apartment being their name, and so every time you get into it, they kicking you out, they throwing you outside, they putting you out the car, all type of just damaging you emotionally. You see what I'm saying? And again, this one only goes for men who don't really have to together. That's why it's important that you have you together, you know, so you don't have to deal with like this.
Question for the men. If a woman approaches you and she's being very polite to you, she's doing it in the appropriate setting, and she's well-groomed, she takes good care of herself, and she says, hey, you're so handsome. Would you like to go out on a date sometime, or could I have your number? how would you react to that? You'd probably be flattered, right? You'd be like, hey, I still got it. Or maybe you'd be like, wow, like this has never happened to me before. This is so exciting. Whether you're attracted to her or not, whether you say yes or not, you're flattered, right? It's the same thing going in the other direction. If you keep those things in mind, if you're taking good care of yourself, you're being polite to somebody, and you're finding the appropriate time to approach somebody, then you are literally doing them a favor. You are spreading love in the world. So go do it. You lose nothing. And if somebody has a negative reaction to you, that's on them. Truly. And you don't have to say another word to them after that. You just get to walk away and you get to say, thank God I dodged a bullet. That's having security. I know it sounds scary, and frankly, it is. It's completely terrifying, but every man or woman who's ever reproduced in the history of our species has done this, so don't build it up in your head too much.
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but I'm gonna hold your hand when I say it. If you haven't heard from that man today, you are not his number one. He snowed in with that girl that he actually liked, or he got a family or a wife or something. Cause today, days like today, those are the days that you know what's up. That man should have been calling you. That man should have been texting you, sending you memes, doing whatever it is that these guys do. He snowed in and he ain't talking to you. You're not the one. He's with his family or he's with the one he likes. Te lo garantizo. I guarantee you that. So drop him. Drop him. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you know I love you, girl.
Always finding something wrong. You've been putting up with my...
Guys, you have to believe me, you see. My ex used to chain me to a pole in the basement. I was never allowed to leave for exercise or to even see the sun. And then he'd get home from work, come down to the basement, open my mouth, insert a funnel, and start pouring food down my throat. You see, it's not my fault I let myself go and got fatter and fatter, that my chins grew and started to stack on top of each other. It was all him. I take no responsibility for letting myself go. I only blame him. He was a monster. He kept me chained down there like the behemoth that I am.
Okay, maybe a controversial take, but I feel like a lot of the dating advice given to women these days, which is like, don't text him first, don't double text, that kind of thing, veers eerily close to don't speak unless spoken to, and other sort of old-timey advice for women. Even though the justification for it is very different and it's supposed to come from a place of empowerment, the behavior that it's promoting is the same. And it's ultimately what we've always been told to do, which is like prioritize someone else's approval over our own, manage our behavior to be desirable rather than expressive, and to just hold back.
Every peaceful woman I know is also a very powerful woman. If you're not powerful yourself, if you are not on purpose and in purpose, if you are consistently saying things that don't align with what you're doing, so the fruit of what you say doesn't match the fruit of what you do, what happens is that peaceful woman, she's not peaceful anymore. She just has to stay in power, which means you're just another child and project for her. And so she can't ever be peaceful because she's consistently having to make every decision. You want to do a date? Sure. Where do you want to go? Well, I don't know. You're the man. You're at a date. When you're consistently giving her every decision to make, like, how can she be peaceful? Because there's never a rest.
What do you bring to the table?
I am the table.
But once again, what do you bring? Just the table.
I bring value. I bring energy. I bring belief. My presence.
What is that?
My network.
What is that's just so surface level. I want you
it's not
like
surface level.
So what I'm saying is I don't see it like to the naked eye. So I want you to tell me, what do you bring to the table besides the table?
So I don't like when men.
Price has tables. So what kind of table are you?
So that's a trigger for me. I don't like when men. Yes.
Doing my job.
I don't like when men ask, "What do you bring to the table?"
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
The more you chase a woman, the faster you lose her. The more you treat a woman better than yourself, the more she thinks you don't deserve her. The more you love her, the easier it is for her to treat you like trash and dump you. With women, it's never about doing more for her. It's about her doing more for you. Relationships and marriages work better when the woman, 1, love the man more than the man loves her. 2, when the woman chases the man while the man chases his purpose. Anything out of this formula will end up in total destruction. It's the game. You can't blame the players. Blame the game. Women are just naturally built built that way. The only time you should chase a woman is when you are wooing her. After she is accepted, you need to stop chasing her and focus 70% on chasing your goals and becoming a better version of yourself. Any woman you are busy chasing will in turn end up chasing another man that is not chasing her. Don't kill yourself. Focus all your energy on getting a better life for yourself. Be wise. Stay toxic.
Date a woman for at least 4 to 5 years before you pull the trigger.
I look for these trends all the time. I don't know that engagement of that duration is something that guarantees success. I haven't seen a lot of, engagements that were that duration, so that could be an indicator that is good advice. I don't know. What you'd have to do to study any of this is you'd have to study the marriage satisfaction rate versus the divorce rate versus, the duration of the engagement. So I think it's kind of tricky. But I think that's a really long time to ask somebody to sort of be around if in fact they're marriage minded and they want to get married.
And probably depending on age too.
Yeah. I think there's biological clock element to that, but I don't know that it takes 4 years to figure out who you're with if you're looking honestly. I think that, of course, early on in a relationship, we have rose colored glasses and all the red flags just look like flags. But I think that there is value in being with somebody when they're sick, being with them away on vacation, being with them through something stressful, being with them through a in their circle, see how people grieve, see how people are when they're angry, see how people are when they're sick, see how people are when they have a situation that's out of their control and how they respond to it. All of which are things that are going to happen during a marriage or a long-term relationship and might test it. So
Hi, my name's Lana, and this is another Friday night in the female loneliness epidemic. Hey honey, what do you want to eat for dinner? Oh right, it's just me. I hate cooking and I love a frozen dinner. This is chicken parm. I'll have leftovers for tomorrow. I can't relax until I showered and got into clean clothes, so I wash the day's germs off before I do anything else. Comfy clothes on and tie my hair because I'm overstimulated. Now let's set the vibe in here. Honestly, never drink. I probably have a drink maybe twice a year, but it's a Friday night. That's not bad. And I'm just gonna stand here and eat my chips until dinner's ready. I have Diet Coke with dinner. This really is my drink of choice. Always eat dinner on the couch while watching a show or body cam videos on YouTube. Actually, basically all I watch. Candy. Mom, do you know? FaceTimed my mom and now it's sweet treat time. We're making oven s'mores. Oil, graham cracker, chocolate. Ice milk. I journal every single night and I normally do it while eating my sweet treat. These look insane.
A man who wants your time and energy but doesn't do anything to make your life easier so that you have more time and energy is a waste of your time and energy.
Yep. That is why you need to be completely useless to them. Because if they're sticking around, they're getting something from you. Men who are getting nothing from you and aren't interested in you as a person, they will disappear real fast. And you want them to disappear. It's okay, let them go. They didn't give a shit about you anyway. You be completely useless to them. The only thing that you are giving them is the privilege of your presence and to get to know who you are as a human being. And if they can get past that stage and move into a more serious stage, if they are not adding to your life, the fuck are they there for? Because I guarantee you're giving. If you're giving and they're taking and that's all that's happening, why would you want that? And if you're scared that, oh, if I let go of them, I'll be alone, there's a billion men like that. There are a billion men out there that will take, and take from you. Users are a dime a dozen. And if you keep dating losers that are just using you, you're never going to find that needle in a haystack if that's what you're looking for.
This is why modern dating isn't working anymore. So I want to talk to you guys about the supply and demand of men and women.
and how it relates to modern dating nowadays. Social media gave rise to the sheer power of beauty in women and wealth in men. Social media is teaching women that their power completely derives of their beauty. And it's not because women are some shallow, vain creatures. It's very much because there are herds of men creating this demand with their likes and follows, not to mention their subscriptions and money that pay for a lifestyle that women are happy to be the supply for. Teaching women everywhere that this superior treatment is the new standard. So if you're not getting that type of treatment from a man, you're losing the game. So men alike now believe that their power is completely made up of how much money they can give. The relationship is transactional in both ways. Women get the money for the man, and men get their ego stroked from the women they're paying to date. So here's the warning. Dear men, if beauty is the only thing you're after, beauty is the only thing you're gonna get. If your wallet is the foundation of your relationship, well, know that you'll always and forever be replaceable to her. And dear women, if money is the only thing you're after, money is the only thing you're gonna get. So to him, you'll always and forever be replaceable for a newer and younger model. And I hope this was helpful.
Just got finished watching a video of a guy telling other men not to become stepdads and to let women raise their children on their own because there was no benefit. Now, because I listened to comprehend instead of listening to respond, I watched the whole video and all the reasons he named were valid. He was in a marriage to a woman with a young son who he pretty much raised for years. And when they decided to split, she cut off all contact, communication, everything because she said it was her son. There is no benefit into raising somebody else's child and pouring into them for years for you to really have no control over the child. I'm going to go as far as saying it's really no benefit into being a step parent in general because you take care of somebody else's responsibility. And most of the time you don't even get back the bare minimum of respect, you know, from the parent or the child. So yeah, I'm going to go that far. I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion. And he said a lot of women would disagree because of course they want men to keep continuing to take care of other men's responsibilities. But I'm, like I said, in general, I'm going to go being a step parent in general for men or women. There is no benefit.
Reason why young men especially are hesitant to get married is because for a lot of men, they don't see any benefit from it. You're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. If someday she could say, you know what, I'm not really feeling this anymore, I'm going to divorce you, but you're still going to be responsible for paying for me for the rest of your life.
Like I said, I'm pro prenup, and alimony is not gendered. It's literally a formula in most states. And so in a situation, I do think if a man wants to get married, you should think about this. You should think about this possibility. But I don't think that it's fair that a woman who has given up so much in order to be a homemaker shouldn't have any, shouldn't have anything. She should just be left on the street.
Prenups do cover alimony, but they don't cover child support for that exact reason. In the instance of a divorce, the man will help support the children. But you as a full-grown adult would be expected to be able to support yourself if alimony was ruled out inside of a prenup.
What is 34 plus 66?
I need to. 34, 66. No, I need to do it on the paper. I can't.
34 plus 66?
Yeah.
34. 4 plus.
We don't move on until you give a guess.
Can I have a pen?
34 plus 66. 34 plus 66.
Thinking really hard about that.
95?
Yikes.
Do you guys know how much $1 million is a month?
I do.
Do you know?
Not off the top.
It's $83,333 per month. $83,000 per month. What do you need $83,000 for?
I like Birkin bags.
These girls, they never even had a Birkin bag. And that's what I'm saying. You want Chanel and you don't even have Coach. Certain things are actually investments. So I can understand that. But it's not about that. It's about the fact that you feel entitled to it when you've never even had it. Why?
Or earned it.
And this is another thing. How many purses can you have? Look, I promise y'all, from a person that has a lot of everything, I wear the same purse every day.
Yeah, when Sarah was moving out of her condo, this ain't even been open. This ain't even been touched. Chanel bags that haven't been touched. I was like, why do you even have this?
There's only so many purses you could wear at a time. You could only wear one pair of shoes at a time. You should only wear one watch at a time. At some point, it's literally like, this stuff doesn't even matter. It really doesn't. But you know what does matter? Being loved down by a man that you care about.
If it doesn't matter, then why do you have these things?
Because there was a time where perception was more important to me than reality.
My friend of 4 years just ended our friendship over a man. I'm gonna tell you the story. This is literally what I said. Where did y'all go for y'all anniversary? And she goes, oh, we just went out to dinner. He got me flowers and some jewelry. And I was like, she was like, don't start. And now I'm gonna start. And we all need to start starting with our friends who are accepting like low effort.
She wanted her friend's man. That's why she was trying to plant those negative thoughts in her friend's mind. And the friend noticed that. And that's why she cut her off. Because for their anniversary, this man bought her jewelry, got her flowers, and took her out to dinner. She's making it seem like he did some low effort. When did that become low effort? Flowers, jewelry, and dinner? And that's low effort? And that's really rich calling that low effort from someone who's single, who's not getting anything from anybody. The friend saw right through her and did the right thing and cut her off. Because when you're in a healthy relationship, sometimes single women will try to break up your relationship. One, either they want to have more time with you or they want what you have.
Do you guys think that I'm being misogynistic or sexist?
Yes.
Yes? What was sexist?
I feel like some points you made, as in like the cooking and the cleaning and the constant, like, you know, always being there to take care of you. I feel like that's an expectation that men hold a lot for women. And I just don't agree with that, because I feel like, wouldn't you want your woman to be independent and have her own career and make her own money so that you're not fully, but think about it.
So like when women want men to pay for dates, are they being sexist?
Not necessarily, no.
If it's okay for women to say men should, why can't men say women should? In society, if a man says women should, that's going to be labeled with sexist, misogyny, but there's never this criticism when women say men should.
And you know, you have a lot of these men out here that are just regular guys. They're quiet, they're disciplined, and a lot of times because they don't yap about and holler and scream, that's why they get overlooked. Because modern women, they're looking for what they would call an alpha, a double alpha. I'm looking for a lion. Roar and make me hear you. Let me hear you. And so Chad and Tyrone are out there roaring. Just roar, roar, roar. As a matter of fact, Chad and Tyrone, well, sometimes they do, to be fair. But their roar is not even all that. At all. But they go ahead and stand behind a lion that actually know how to do it. And, you know, while they stand in front of a lion that actually knows how to roar. And then when the women look over, is that him? That must be him. And they think, oh, that's Chad roaring like that. He's got something. And they go over there messing with him. When really, actually, honestly and truly, it was the good man. It was a stable man. It was a regular guy that had his stuff together that was roaring like that. But modern women can't distinguish. They can't tell the difference because Chad and Tyrone look good. And that's really all they're looking at. Modern women don't like to tell you, but they're just as lustful as men are. They're filled with lust the same way that men are.